Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. My name is Idorian Udo and everybody calls me ID. So today I'll be talking about the topic that bothers so many of us, coping with anxiety. Have you ever felt some kind of intense and severe disturbance in your heart and you don't just feel at ease? Everyone once in a while feels like that. So it's actually, I can say is a normal kind of situation because it's a response to pain, response to stressful conditions, and also it's a response to maybe a worrisome condition, and it gives you an identification that something needs to change. It can happen maybe when you lose a job, when you're about to take a test, when you're about to change situations, when you're about to switch to a job, or when you don't just know what step to take next. It can actually cause anxiety. So I'll be talking about anxiety and how to really cope with them, because to an extent it can interfere with our daily living, it can interfere with our activities, and how we react, how we respond to them determines if it's going to exert a positive or negative effect on us. So what really is an anxiety? It's a normal part of life and it's a response to stressors such as changing our relationships, speaking in front of a crowd, losing a job, taking it. Now I'll be talking about signs of anxiety. What are the things you see in you that you know that you are slowly or already facing anxiety, that you are becoming very anxious? One of them is being restless. You suddenly become very restless. You can no longer think very well. You are so restless. No matter how calm you try to be, you are not just at ease with yourself. Another thing is experiencing difficulties concentrating. Maybe you want to take a test, when you want to read a book, you find that your vision is kind of blurred, you are not concentrating in any form, and you also feel some form of muscle tension in your muscle, like muscle spasms or something that should point to you that you are beginning to be anxious. One other very critical factors of anxiety, one critical sign of anxiety is sleeping difficulties. You find that when you are having anxiety, when you are feeling very anxious, you find it very difficult to sleep. And even when you lie down on the bed, you keep tossing, and you might spend hours on the bed not being able to fall asleep. Those are the signs of anxiety. Other signs express themselves in form of fear. You begin to feel kind of intense fear. You don't know where it's coming from. You can't explain it. Those are signs of anxiety. Another one is sweating, unnecessary sweating, trembling. You feel shortness of your breath. You feel like you are choking. You feel panic attacks. All those are signs of anxiety. Now, how do you cope with anxiety? It all depends on what really causes anxiety, and there are no real measures, no exact indicators on how you can cope with anxiety. It all depends on the individual. It depends on surrounding factors, environmental factors, and most importantly, the root cause of this anxiety. Number one, I will tell you to take some time to breathe. Just sit down and breathe. Take some time. It could be a few seconds, it could be a few minutes. Just take some time to breathe. When you notice you're becoming anxious, pause everything you are doing and begin to breathe. Number two, meditate. Just take some quiet time and meditate. Think through things. Allow your head to be clear. Just meditate. You could meditate even with the word of God. If you are a Christian, you could just sit down and meditate. Another important factor is you could try yoga, try exercising. We know exercise takes away a lot of stresses from us, and we feel relieved after exercising. Try exercising. Another one is maintain a healthy diet. Always ensure you take the right diet that contains all the necessary nutrients. It's not the time to start taking junks. It's not the time to turn to junks, alcohol, and all those other stuff. Just maintain a healthy diet. Another one is, most importantly, avoid caffeinated beverages. We all know that anything caffeinated interferes with our sleep, and as such, when you are kind of anxious and you are having sleeplessness, it's not good to take anything that would make you sleep deprived. So it's always good to stay away from caffeinated beverages. Another thing is remain calm, play calm music. We all know what music does to our soul. Music can brighten you up, it can uplift you, it can take you to another realm. Just play some calm music to clear your head, to clear the present circumstances. Take some clear music. listen to some clear, calm music. Another one I would like to talk about is journaling. You could sit down, pick up your pen and journal. Just try to write down things that must have gone on and on. Just put them down in writing. From time to time, put them down in writing. It relieves you of so many pressure and tension. Another one is creative art. Do you like drawing? Do you like seeing sceneries, stuff like that? Just try and be creative. Think about things you like doing. If you like painting, if you like plating, just indulge in some form of creative art, and gradually you become relieved of some form of anxiety. Most importantly, pray. I always advise every Christian, take it to God in prayers. Just ensure you pray and everything will be okay. Now, for you to do all these things, you might want to get to the root cause of anxiety. For you to know what kind of pattern will really work for you to relieve your anxiety. Get to the root cause of this anxiety. Is it your schoolwork that is causing you anxiety? Take a pause. Maybe you could close that book for a day or two. Clear off your head, clear off your brain before you return back to it. It could be that you are having some kind of stress in the job. Take a pause. I'm not saying don't go to work, but take your mind off the present situation for some time and you'll be better able to solve those problems without it causing unnecessary anxiety to you. And if peradventure, when you are anxious, you are having some problem sleeping, you keep tossing on the bed, the best thing is to get up from that bed. Stand up from that bed. Go try do something very engaging. Go try do something very relaxing like drawing, knitting, cooking. Just try, clear your head, get up from that bed. And when you have done with those activities that you enjoy doing, go back to bed, switch off all lights, switch off every form of electronics, and after some time, you might fall asleep, and in most cases, most people do fall asleep. I hope that with this, you'll be able to know how to cope with anxiety by knowing your root causes, by knowing the signs and symptoms, and of course, at the end of the day, anxiety will be relieved. And if after you've tried all this and you still feel very anxious within you, please talk to your healthcare provider. Go see the doctor. Talk to them. They might have to resort to the medical aspect of taking care of your anxiety. And remember, not everybody responds to certain things the same way. Some people might need that extra help of going to a healthcare provider. Some people might not. So know what works for you. And I guess medication should kind of be the last resort. And there's nothing wrong with that, believe me. So thank you very much for listening. Have a pleasant day. Thank you. If you like this, please like, subscribe, and share to everyone. Thank you.